when I say perfect, I'm talking about you. So
Stop it. What's up, everybody? It's your boys, Jim and Jason. We are the Midwest Sad Boys. It is episode 26.
Ooh, 26.
That's wild.
Crazy. Still going.
Eventually, we're going to have more episodes than years we are alive.
Oh, yeah. Won't take long. Few more weeks. Nine more weeks.
Wild. I mean, what's any updates from last week? Anything worth sharing?
Oh, man. So far, everybody seemed to love that episode. And that feels good because, coming off of the big Halloween spectacular that we had a lot of fun doing, it was crazy to go back to a normal episode.
Yeah, right. No costumes, no seances.
Yeah. Like, how do we have a podcast without a seance, right? Like, it just...
Yeah,
it just
you got to
seems
do
like
one
a thing that we do now.
One every week. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Might get weird.
But yeah, we're gonna have to try different websites.
Yeah,
maybe different search engines.
Yeah, WikiHow didn't work.
Maybe Bing will have a better seance result.
Who uses Bing?
Apparently witches. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe.
Valid point.
Maybe. But yeah, thank you so much for continuing to watch the podcast, share the videos, all that fun stuff that helps us out, helps the numbers out, which, as we always say, we don't care about the numbers, but it does make us feel really good inside. So maybe we do care. I don't know. But we made...
I don't know how to do this.
Little heart?
Is that how that works?
Little heart?
Wait. Is that how? No, here we go. Hi-ya. You got to do the little karate fingers.
Hi-ya.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
But last week we made a comment. We were talking a little bit about sitcoms, and I was like, hey, we need to do a whole sitcom episode.
A whole sitcom episode. We got a laugh track and everything?
Honestly?
Is there one?
There's an applause. Oh, yeah. We're going to hit some buttons today. Welcome to episode 26, the one about sitcoms. Or the gang talks about sitcoms. I don't know. We can make this go in any direction.
That's an Always Sunny reference, right?
The gang one is, yeah. The one about sitcoms is a Friends.
Oof.
Yeah.
Touchy subject right now.
Not touchy. It's paying tribute. I loved Friends.
Never seen it.
Oh, great show.
Gonna be honest.
Great show. It's not on my list, but it's a great show. So
I'm here for it.
So today's episode,
this is your episode, man. So I'm just gonna let you be in all your glory. I'm here for comedic relief.
For everybody who knows me, I love TV shows, especially sitcoms.
Dude watches so much TV; it's disgusting.
I haven't too much recently.
When you worked from home, dude, I was bad.
Blasting through series, dude.
Dude, it was bad.
Oh my god! Even when it was at Sweetwater too, I just had Hulu just going there, and I'm just like on the phone talking to people.
So yeah, dude, do you want to buy the guitar or not? Like I'm in the middle of an episode. Goku's about to fight Piccolo. Like, shut up. What do you want?
I swear to God, if I miss a special beam cannon one more time,
solar flare. That's Vegeta. But anyhow,
yeah. So. Krillin. Either way.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought his special move was the self-destruct. Am I wrong?
The Krillin special move is just die.
Yeah, they'll just bring him back. He's like a cat. He's got like 18 lives in the show.
He shows up and Master Kai? What's his name? King Kai?
That's the guy with the sunglasses.
Yeah, he shows up at King Kai's planet and he's like,
"You're here again.
Dog, again? You were here on Tuesday." Yeah.
Krillin's just out there collecting afterlife honeys. He's dying on purpose so he can go get those 72 virgins in the afterlife.
But he's got what, Android 18? He doesn't need.
Yeah, but that's before.
Yeah, I guess he did die a few times.
He died so many times before the Cell Saga. Because that's when the androids show up.
Yeah, a handful of
Spoilers
times.
If you didn't watch DBZ.
It's been 20 some years, dude. If you haven't watched it at this point, I don't care.
Fair, valid point. That's on you.
But all right, so I want to get this going.
You're just getting so excited.
I am.
Man.
I love it. So in the magical world of sitcoms, there's so many.
All of them.
And the big thing about them is usually they're very relatable.
Yes. Depends on which one you watch.
So depending on the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when it comes to sitcoms, what are your top 5?
Top 5 sitcoms. I mean, just in terms of like, I'm just gonna go based off solely. That's the word I was looking for. Solely based off which ones I would want to rewatch, even though I've already watched them.
Right.
In no particular order. How I Met Your Mother, Big Bang Theory, Scrubs, maybe Scrubs. What is that? S3.
Mm-hmm.
Give me some time. I'll figure out the last two.
Okay.
You'll probably give me a couple that I'll be like, oh yeah.
So what's
So those
really
are my
funny
top,
is
those are my top three for now.
earlier when I was talking to him about this, he's like, "We're just going to say the same thing. It's just going to be a big circle jerk about it." And I'm like, "Well,
You know what?
you are correct." So, in no particular order, New Girl, but that is number one for me. So
I expected
everything
that.
else is kind of
Wait, let me guess. Community's number 2.
no.
Ooh.
No.
I know it's on the list though.
Big Bang Theory, I think, is number 2 for me.
So you're listing them. Okay.
I'm going to, but it is interchangeable with the exception New Girl is always number 1.
Gotcha.
Big Bang Theory, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I can't believe I forgot about Brooklyn. Yeah,
Yep.
that's on the list.
Yep. Community. And then the last one, if I had to do a top 5, it's kind of a tie because I can't. It really depends. Superstore.
Yeah.
I loved Superstore. That one for us especially.
The
was
COVID season is so good.
It's so relatable and it's so good. Superstore. Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Never seen it.
Dude, they're on like season 17.
Actually, I do know what is at number 5 on my list, but continue.
Always Sunny. And How I Met Your Mother.
Such a good one. You can't.
Yeah.
I mean, just NPH, man. He's just so good.
Didn't age well.
What, the show?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Gets a little. He does get a little handsy. Gets a little weird.
Yeah.
Do you remember True Blood? It's not really a sitcom.
Not a sitcom, but
it's a TV show, and I'm counting it.
Dude,
it's an episodic TV show, so I'm counting it because I'd watch True Blood again. Jessica, dude. Whoo!
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah. She was in Netflix's Daredevil. She was Karen Page.
Sure, I believe you.
Great.
Never seen it.
Great. Oh, dude. Oh my God. That's incredible. But yeah, so hold on. Speaking of True Blood, that is one of the shows, like my favorite thing when I know a show is done well is when you're watching the show and you're fully immersed. You're not thinking about anything else. Like you're not thinking about, oh, I have to work tomorrow. I have to do this tomorrow. Like the acting, the characters, the storytelling, the sound, the music, the sound design.
Right.
Every single thing is just hitting full cylinders. It's like perfect. True Blood is that show.
Dude, first off, the intro music to that show. Oh man, that's I want to do bad things to you. It's such a good one. Anyhow, yeah, dude, that show was good. My mom was watching it before I even got into it. My mom was watching it, and one day I walked out and she's watching it, and like the vampires are just messing somebody up, because that show was violently gory, but it was great. And I was like, yo, this show's kind of rad. And then I sat down and watched like the next 7 seasons of that show or whatever it was.
Yeah. The unfortunate thing about that show is the ending was just,
oh my God, it was
absolute trash. We're going to come back to the topic of endings.
Rough. Yeah. Shows that had terrible endings.
Yeah. That one was awful.
Yep.
Since we're not just talking about sitcoms at this point.
I mean, I feel like it's a sitcom on HBO. Like it's
by their standards,
it's an adult sitcom.
HBO's like there's vampires in it. This is a sitcom
and titties. So
God,
at least one an episode.
Anna Paquin is just like, okay, cool. I'm showing up. My shirt's coming off, right?
Yeah, right. She just shows up topless.
I'm just assuming I'm topless today.
Like, Anna, put your clothes on this episode. What?
Anna, you're not in this one. This is about Jason Stackhouse, okay?
Yo, I remember Jason. I like that character.
He was great.
Who was my favorite? My favorite guy on the show was the bar owner. He had like the goatee, kind of like medium-ish shaggy hair, and he was a wolf. He was the bar owner. And no, I'm wrong. My favorite character was the cook. What's his name? Lafayette. I love that dude. Yeah. That dude was sweet.
He died in real life?
Oof.
That's real sad.
That is sad.
He was a phenomenal actor.
God, he was so good in that
Oh
show.
my God, so good. The guy who was the police officer in that show?
Yeah.
He was in Heels as a
I believe
Wild Bill.
you. Yeah. What a name.
Yeah, but yeah, so much TV.
Sitcoms.
Yeah.
Where were you?
So I listed my main 5/8. But yeah, I think
5/8.
yeah,
Yeah. True.
New Girl for me is just that one show where like if I'm doing anything and I want to just have something on in the background, it's going to be New Girl. It doesn't matter what episode, and whatever I'm doing is going to become second to watching New Girl because I just love it.
I mean, at that point, that's not a good show to turn on. Like,
No,
because you're gonna get distracted.
Productivity gone. Like what? Like I'm trying to get something done, and then all of a sudden, you know, I'm watching Winston, Nick, and Coach and Schmidt at a strip club spending with those bunny dollars, whatever they were, bunny money.
Nick was my favorite character on that show. He was the most relatable for me character in just terms of overall personality type. Plus, he gets to make out with Megan Fox, and you just can't argue with that. Good God,
dude! And what's there was an interview with him where they're like, "Man, how did you get to do like the same role in every show that you've done?"
Right? Yeah.
He's like, "Well, you know, I would be doing like a scene, and I'm like, can I be wearing slippers in this scene? All right, cool. I'm gonna wear slippers." And then it's like, can I be wearing sweatpants?
Sure.
Or can I be sitting in this scene? So he's like, I just kept doing things that
I wanted to do.
I wanted to do that could make me comfortable, and it just kept becoming something that is in every. And it's literally he played the same character.
Man's
in like all the shows.
man's a genius because he's like, you know what? I'm gonna get paid to wear
He is.
sweatpants, slippers, and sit down.
Dude, now he's Spider-Man.
That is right.
Yeah.
Spoilers. He is Spider-Man.
He's Spider-Man.
And he's the responsible Spider-Man too.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. He has a kid. He's the good Spider-Man.
No.
What are you talking
What
about?
are you talking about?
In Into the Spider-Verse. He's the responsible Spider-Man.
No.
Yes.
No.
What do you?
He's the one that didn't have his life together.
Yeah, but he turns it around. You fell asleep in episode 2,
In
so
the,
you
in
don't
the
get,
second movie.
Yeah, you don't get to talk.
I fell asleep. I have to watch that one again.
Unbelievable. This man pays money to go to movies and then falls asleep. It's like
Wait, he
paying
turned
money.
his life around?
Yeah, he's like the responsible
Oh,
one.
now he is. Well, good for him.
Oh my goodness.
See, I pay to go see movies, and like when me, Jim, and our friend Gio went to go see John Wick 4. I'm all hyped. Everyone's hyped. We're sitting in the theater. It's like 140 degrees, and I'm just like,
It was a little warm.
yeah, it was
A little warm.
toasty. And I'm just like head bobbing, just like the heaviest eyelid. All of a sudden, I'm like, cool, I paid for this movie, and my eyelids are heavy. And
Ow.
and then like Gio just kept like nudging me to where I'm like, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
has
dude,
no
movie's
idea
crazy.
how the movie ends, but he was there for it.
And it never fails. I see the beginning.
Yep.
I see what the main problem, conflict in the movie is going to be. I don't see how it builds up to like the climax of the movie.
Yep.
And then I either see what the resolution of the movie is, or I see the climax and I don't see the resolution.
Yeah. He misses the good parts of the movie.
Like I didn't know that Peter Parker from the other Earth
Yeah.
turned his life around.
Fell asleep in Barbie. Missed the whole flash dance scene with Ken and all the Kens and the fighting with Kens.
So I went to go see the Power Rangers movie when that came out in theaters,
Oh,
like the new one
years ago. Okay. Yeah.
So like I think I was there with our friends Matt and his wife Kate and Taylor, and we went to go see it, and I fell asleep and I woke up and the Blue Ranger Billy died or something.
Spoilers.
I woke up and like, what the hell, Billy? Like it's been 30 minutes.
been an hour,
Wow,
yeah.
there's a lot. Okay, I guess that makes sense. A lot of things could have happened in 30 minutes. Like the second Wonder Woman.
Are we talking about movies or talking about shows?
We're getting back to it. That's why I like shows, because it's a shorter dose of.
yeah. It's micro dosing content.
Yeah, I can get through that. I don't have the what's the next generation, the Gen Z 30-second
Attention span
where like TikTok is all I do.
Yeah, right.
I'm
I
a
feel
30
like you may
minutes.
have like a minor case of like narcolepsy.
Mike has been saying that for years.
Mike, you've been right. Don't worry.
Dude, like we'd be in a meeting at Sweetwater and like I ate breakfast, I drank coffee. I'm like, cool, I'm gonna grab a Red Bull before we go in. Chugs Red Bull, 6 minutes later. Like my head's on like Mike's shoulder. I'm like falling asleep.
Explains a lot.
Yeah, and then like I wake up and like there's a manager just sitting on the steps by the side of the thing, like waiting to go up and talk, and he's just looking at me like this guy.
Busted.
But okay, so we got our shows, right? So which ones do you think have the best and worst endings?
I mean, by far, the best ending has to go to Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yes.
It is such a fan service after it got canceled and it came back. And it wasn't Andy Samberg like executive director, producer, macho head man for the last season?
I think he had more responsible because they had to rewrite that whole season because of like COVID and like the Black Lives Matter and stuff.
Yes.
They wanted to be more respectful because it's a police drama.
Yep.
Dramedy.
But even just in general, the show, the last season is probably one of the best seasons.
I'd say.
And the ending is, like I said, such a fan service when they close all of the storylines, they call back a bunch of jokes, everybody gets their happy send off, and you're like, God damn it. You're crying. I'm not crying. You're crying.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Superstore, I think, is a good second place.
I agree.
Big Bang Theory is okay. It's hit or miss for me, just because like
They
kind of made it about Sheldon. I didn't really care for Sheldon's character.
I just thought it could have been. They could have closed more storylines.
Yeah, they
didn't.
tied up Sheldon's story, and then like Leonard and Penny get their closure, and that's it. You don't get to hear about like what happens to Raj, or like Howard and Bernadette really don't get anything. And who's the comic book shop guy? Stewart. Yeah, Stewart doesn't really get a closure at all.
He's got a girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the
together,
whole show is about him getting not the whole show, but his whole arc is about him getting a girlfriend.
Yeah. I just feel like it would have been cool if Howard would have gotten his PhD. So they could have been like, he's more than an engineer, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you only have your master's, because Sheldon made fun of him for that for the whole series.
Gonna be honest, I don't really understand the hierarchy of like college, like collegiate degrees. So like, I don't
master's PhD. Like,
I believe you doesn't mean anything to me. So like those jokes never really hit because I just have a BS. So
yeah, what do I have?
I have
Associate of Arts and a Bachelor's of Science.
Yeah, I have a Bachelor's of Science in Communications. Oh, what a waste of money.
There's 3 degrees sitting on this couch, and we're doing a podcast about TV shows.
Hey, that's communications.
Yeah. We're recording audio right now.
Yeah, this is all your music.
This is an art
gear.
form. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're
Look at all that
degrees.
expensive piece of paper hard at work.
I'm paying so much money a month for what we're doing right now.
Yeah, that we definitely didn't need to go to school for.
Oh, absolutely not. The YouTube you know? Like,
not the YouTube University.
But I agree with you. I think on my list, I had Brooklyn Nine-Nine down as the best. Because I think it like you said, it did fan service.
Yep.
There was just everything you need. They tied everything up really, really nice. The worst ones that I have.
Ooh, I bet we'll agree on the shows that I've seen.
I think that Scrubs season 8 ending was great. And it should have never, ever, because I will deny it.
That is the season before
ending.
They go back to school, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. If they would have ended it there, it would have been like kind of abrupt, but like it was an ending. But yeah, that last season is bullshit.
Painful to watch.
Oh, it's not good.
Yeah, I just don't understand.
Who has 2 thumbs and doesn't like the last season of Scrubs? This guy.
2 fists down is what I give that one. Yeah.
That was a Dr. Cox joke.
Oh God, I love Dr. Cox.
Yeah. Who's got 2 thumbs and doesn't care? This guy.
But I think
Hi, Barbie.
Yeah, because God, I need to watch this show again. Because they went back and did another season, garbage.
Yep.
The other one that for me it's tied with is How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah. I mean, well, Yeah, you knew that. I mean, literally in episode 1, they call her Aunt Robin. So, like, you know it's not her from episode 1 or 2 at least. And then you meet the actual mom and you're like, I have never seen you in any other episode. This doesn't bode well for you, random girl, AKA / mom. And you're like, oof. And
Like-
and then the ending is not just, it's there. It's an ending.
It's an ending. The best part about that last season was the ring bear joke.
Yes.
You're saying ring bearer, right? Yeah, ring bear.
Ring bear.
We're saying the same thing. That was the best joke. Outside of that, the whole thing, like, it's like Barney and Robin, like, were together for like the last
get
season and a half or
married.
something. Were they
They
married?
get married.
And then they were just like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're done. And then
we're not married.
She's like, I'm just gonna go. Like, her and Ted just got together.
Spoilers.
Yeah, it's been too long.
Yeah, at this point, if you haven't,
it's
that's
been
on
like
you.
10 years.
There's even like a spin-off of How I Met Your Father. Doesn't it start like Hillary Duff
yeah,
or Haley Duff? It's one of the
Hillary
Duffs. The Duff sisters. Yeah.
I think I got canceled after season 2.
Didn't even watch it because I didn't care.
Did not care. No, because I saw like a clip of it, and it's like, this is not the kind of show that I want to watch. Right?
Yeah. I know that you are a big Community guy. The ending of Community for me, hot garbage. And I know that's controversial for you, but
No. So I think because the Community, what was it, season like 3 or 4? One of those seasons, Dan Harmon, the original creator, was not involved, and he came back for, I think, the last season. So like people were calling it like the Danless timeline or something. Like there was a few seasons where it was like, and then Donald Glover left in season 5. Chevy Chase was gone.
he fell off the deep end,
yeah.
and
Dude, I heard like a lot of things, like watched a bunch of interviews and like articles about him. He thought this whole show was going to be like about him. Like he was going to be the main star of the show. And then he comes on and he's just like this, and they just make him out to be this old senile guy. And then all of a sudden, Donald Glover, as Troy, starts picking up and being like the guy on the show. And Chevy Chase was just like super racist. It's like,
you hate to see it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But like, they should have killed him off sooner.
Especially like as a beloved like movie character, like he's the dude from all of the Vegas Vacation series, right?
Yeah.
The family goes to this place, the family
Right.
goes to that place. Like he was good in those, and you're like, oh, I love Chevy Chase. And then he's in Community, and you're like, Doc, you can't say that. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Like, and they made like racist jokes in the show because he's like an old white dude, right? And that was like the whole thing.
Yeah.
But it was like, he means all of these things.
Yeah, no, he's not joking.
Yeah, there's a difference between a joke and him being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not great.
That's a shirt tug.
Yeah, but I love that show, and I think because they're doing a movie.
When it comes out, I'll believe it. I don't believe it until it comes out.
They already started. Well, the whole strike thing is stopping it, but they already started it. But yeah, the 6 seasons in the movie, they're finally doing the end of movie, and I'm hoping that it
doesn't suck.
It fixes everything. No, but I think because Dan Harmon is writing it, like he's.
So wait, okay, now because I don't know names, I know faces. So who is that? Is he the guy that we like or the guy we don't like?
He's the one that we like. He's the one that made Community good. Like he's the one who wrote it. He's the same guy who does Rick and Morty. Dan Harmon.
Ooh, is he the not good guy?
No,
from
that's
Rick and Morty?
Justin Rowland or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, we don't like him.
Right.
He's bad.
Again, names. I'm terrible with names.
Yeah, but yeah, so Dan Harmon, he's back. He's doing the whole thing. Like, it's going to be good. I'm really excited about it for when it actually happens. But, they have to agree on this whole strike thing before.
When it comes to any sort of entertainment, a video game, movie, show, anything like that, until it is in front of me, I do not believe that anything is going to be real. The amount of times that we've gotten hype for a show or hype for a movie or hype for a game, and then it never comes to fruition, I've stopped believing in shit based upon trailers or or teases and this and that until it's actually out and I can pay or I can watch it in my home. It doesn't exist until I can
until
watch
it's
it.
like pre-installed on my console saying that I have access to it in 24 hours. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, it's not real. Like too many times in our lives. Like games have been what was it? Crackdown 3?
Just going to say, do you remember how hyped for Crackdown we were? And then it was such a colossal letdown.
What was it? Like 11 years later or something like that. It finally came out and it was trash. They literally just ported over the Xbox 360 version to Xbox
Crackdown
One.
2, yeah.
And they're like, we're going to give it to you for free.
We're giving you Terry Crews and we're giving you a gun that shoots rubber duckies and you're going to love it.
Yeah.
And then the game was hot
did
garbage.
not love it.
I don't even think I finished the story. I know we're talking about TV shows, but I didn't even finish the story.
I didn't. No, I understand. But yeah, I didn't like that game.
Yeah, I think we tried to play it together and we were like, "Oh, this is bad." And then I think we went and played something
really
else.
Bad. Yeah.
Cuz I think that, you know what? That launched the same day that Far Cry 5 came out. And I think
that game was so good.
We went and played Far Cry 5 instead.
Did you see they killed off support for Far Cry 6? I never even finished it.
I finished it. I probably like 90%ed it. It was good. The ending was meh. I liked 5 better.
It came out when I had brain surgery, so I was not.
Yeah, dude, that's right.
I couldn't focus on anything.
Yeah. I think 5 is still probably my favorite.
100%.
I did not know that they killed off support for 6. That's unfortunate. That sucks. When you say, I'll have to look that up. We're talking about TV shows.
Yep.
Superstore ending was great. The worst, I wasn't a fan of the Community ending. True Blood had a trash ending.
Oh God, so bad.
I remember. So again, it's not a really air quote sitcom, but I think it's a HBO sitcom. Game of Thrones. I wasn't as upset with the ending as everybody else because I didn't invest years into that show. Yeah. I started it when the last season aired.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Oh my God, Game of Thrones season 8 start." Yeah. And I was like, never seen any of them, so like, I guess I got to start at 1. So like, I watched. What was it, 1 through 7? And I think I ended season 8 probably like, I don't know, a month or 2 months after 8 ended, and everyone was bitching about it. And I was like, oh, well, if you just watch them all in like fast, the ending doesn't suck because I didn't waste 8-10 years on it. So
yeah, I think we had like a bootleg version of season 1 and 2. And
like on DVD.
Well, yeah, like my one buddy gave it to us like on a hard drive. Like season 1 and 2,
here's a flash drive with season 1 and 2 of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Plug it into your TV.
Yeah, we did, and it was great. So I think we watched the rest of it every year. So that's why season 8 was like, this is really trash. And I think it's the fact that he wasn't done writing the books.
Yeah.
So HBO's like,
we're gonna write the story.
What do we want to happen here? That we have full control, and it's like, well, this was a choice that ever was.
Yeah,
and it
one
was
of those
not,
choices.
A good one.
Let's see. So again, it's not a sitcom, but it's a show that I watched, and I consider it a show because it's episodic. The ending of Breaking Bad was mediocre. I also got into that show super late. Like, I had to catch up to everybody. So I think I watched the last episode probably a couple weeks or maybe a month after it ended, like on air. And by that time, everyone was like, "Oh yeah, I'm over it." And I was like, "It was okay."
Did you watch the standalone movie that came out after that?
There was a movie? Or do you mean the show Better Call Saul?
Nope.
I did not know there was a
standalone movie that came out afterwards.
I didn't even know that existed, so nope.
Okay. Do you want me to tell you about it? Or do you want
what was it called?
I can't remember the name of it, but it was a continuation from Jesse's point of view after the whole thing.
Sure, because I did not know it even existed. Was it any good?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then no, maybe not, because I told Megan when we finish Outlander, I want to rewatch Breaking Bad.
Okay. All I will say is that it tied up a lot of loose ends, and I really liked it. So you should definitely watch it.
What's it called? I'll have to look it up.
Can't remember, but I think the ending to Breaking Bad was fine.
Yeah,
it
it was
wasn't
okay,
great. It
yeah.
wasn't like the whole show was top tier.
Mm-hmm.
The ending was like, but the movie, when you add that to it, I'm like, okay, there's more closure here. It bumps it up from like a 6 out of 10 to like a
7 out of 10.
like
Okay.
eight
Okay. All
maybe
right.
ish.
See, what other shows have I watched from start to finish? What about you while I think of some more?
The first one that comes to mind is one of my, I'd say, well, I have two shows. One of my favorites in recent years was Ozark.
Tried starting it. I think I watched like 1 or 2 episodes. Not that it was bad. It was, to me, it was Netflix's version of Breaking Bad, and I just couldn't get into it.
It was probably one of the best shows that I've watched. The acting was amazing. The story was amazing. It's another one of those ones where like True Blood, where like the feel of it, the sound of it, everything was just like, okay, I'm invested heavily in this.
Yeah.
It was definitely a very good one. And it took me by surprise. Like, I think it was Cody was like, hey, dude, gotta watch Ozark. Jason Bateman's in it. I'm like, I don't really like Arrested Development. I didn't like that show.
Megan watched that show. I did not.
I did not like that show. I didn't think it was that good personally, but I didn't think that he could be in a serious role.
Oh yeah.
And he was in this.
Yeah, I guess he is a funny guy.
He's a funny guy. I mean, he still gets to do that a little bit in this show, like with like witty comments and stuff. But like, dude is a top tier
Yeah.
actor.
Maybe Ozark is one I'll have to put on my list of shows to watch when I have nothing else to watch. What I just know that from season 3, the meme of that girl screaming "You'll have to kill me" is just priceless.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you what the context is in the name of the show, why she's screaming that, but
it's
just
Ruth.
the memes.
Yeah.
If you you want to stop me, you're gonna have to fucking kill me.
Yeah. Yeah. Ruth. God, she won some awards for her. She's very good in this show.
Did you watch The Last of Us?
I haven't finished it.
Okay, I've only watched like the first 2 episodes.
I watched.
And I know that's going to really burn up some folks because we're gamers. And like, you got to watch The Last of Us if you're a gamer. It's a scene-for-scene recreation of the opening game. Spoilers, never played the game either because I don't have PlayStation.
Yeah, I watched, I think, like the episode that everyone loved. I think I watched to the episode after that. That was when like I was leaving Yelp, starting a new job, doing a lot of training and stuff. I will finish it eventually, but
Fair.
it was good. I want to finish it, but what else? Lost, one of my absolute.
Oh yeah, that's another big one.
Favorites.
I'm surprised that it took you this long to mention that.
Because we're talking about sitcoms.
Oh, I mean, as often as I've said, it's not a sitcom, but I'm going to call it a sitcom.
So if we're talking about non-sitcoms, Lost is my favorite non-sitcom show.
Fair.
I love that show so much. I have a Lost tattoo on my wrist.
So I guess the reason that I'm talking about all these shows that aren't sitcoms is you can tell that I don't watch a lot of sitcoms.
Yeah.
Like, growing up, I watched a lot of King of Queens because my mom and dad liked that show.
Well, you hit one of my next questions was most underrated.
Well, I mean, I was also like a kid. Like that show was on when we were 14, 15, 16. So like I really didn't get a lot of the references, like adult, I'm going to air quote adult humor, but
Right.
I as a 16-year-old kid don't give a shit that this UPS driver is going through adult problems. Now, I bet if I watched it as an adult now, I would probably
Appreciate
relate
it
to
even
it.
more.
Oh my God, yeah. The dude busting his ass to provide for him and his family. I think Kevin James is fucking hilarious.
Absolutely.
It's
Incredible
Sometimes
actor.
he gets a little overzealous and he like oversells the joke, but like he is pretty funny.
He's very, I think that is my I think one of the most underrated sitcoms.
Fair.
Because that show was great. Like you're saying, like I was, 14, 15,
young,
something.
yeah.
I was younger. And like, I still wanted to watch it because he was hilarious. So like, I still got something out of it. My parents they probably related to it a lot more. So I think that's probably one of the more underrated ones for me.
It's fair.
Personal opinion.
I don't really know of an underrated show because clearly I don't watch a lot of shows. So I don't have one, but I guess if you're going to ask, put a gun to my head, I'll pick that one. Hot take, Friends, The Office, Seinfeld. I just don't give a shit. Everyone's like, oh, you got to watch Seinfeld. Oh, you got to watch Friends. You got to watch The Office. If you never watch The Office, you're not really. I just don't give a shit. I don't give a shit.
I like Seinfeld. I used to watch a lot of Seinfeld. You know it was played on a keyboard?
That's hilarious.
Ruins everything.
Not on a bass.
Yeah, right. But
hydration check.
oh, hydration check. Oh, absolutely. Got me lean in here.
Oh yeah, your what is it? Peach tea lemonade.
Oh my god, it's so good. The Office. Mike wanted me to watch The Office.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the first like 2 or 3 episodes, didn't like it. It's like, okay, skip the first season for now.
Okay.
Start with season 2.
Mm-hmm.
I watched 4 episodes of season 2. I still didn't care. I'm like, well, you gave it a fair chance.
Mm-hmm.
Another one that I haven't been able to get into, which I think maybe I need to give it another chance, is Parks and Rec.
I was just about to say, we went on vacation in May in the hotel. I didn't know how to work the TV remote. So like I found a channel and I think it was FX and it was just playing Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
And just throughout like hearing it, I was like, I think I'd like this show. But like, then I watched episode 1 and 2 and I was like, it gets better. I know it gets better. I've seen other episodes.
Yep.
I don't know if I want to continue this, but I know it's good.
I've watched the first 2 episodes and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
But I was at a customer's house and he had Parks and Recs on, and we were just like, he was like watching it and we were talking. I'm like, I don't think I've ever given the show a fair chance. It's like, dude, it's so good.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I love Chris Pratt. If there's ever a movie to be made about me before I or Chris Pratt die, I want Chris Pratt to be me.
You want Chris Pratt to play you?
Yep.
Who would play me? And the story of the rise of the Midwest Sad Boys podcast.
Who's the dude from Always Sunny that I don't like? Charlie? Is that his name?
You think Charlie would play me?
I mean, if he just got swole, like,
wow.
I mean,
you could. So then, how about just the guy who plays Mac?
I don't know who that is. Again, I don't watch a show. Part of why I don't like Always Sunny is because I don't like Charlie. He's just too batshit crazy for me. But when he's not in Always Sunny, he's good in other things,
dude.
In my opinion. And I know I probably just pissed off a lot of people.
You got to give that show a chance. Some say it's better than Busting a Nut.
I'm sure that's a reference I would get if I watched the show. I will say that some of the memes that have come out, like the one where Danny DeVito's like, "Oh, I almost ate my gun," like that's pretty funny.
Him saying like, "When I die, just throw me in the trash."
I
Oh God, there's so many good ones. Danny DeVito's amazing. He's absolutely amazing.
I believe you.
I love that show.
So yeah, Parks and Rec, one I would like to watch, but I just can't seem to get myself to start it or finish it. Mm-hmm. Always Sunny, I know it's probably good, and I believe you that it is good. It just, I don't know. I can't bring myself to start. It's the same thing with the Harry Potter movies, right? Like it's been so hyped up, and this isn't your fault. This is other people that have hyped it up to me. When you hype it up and I watch it or I experience it and it doesn't live up to the hype, I get upset.
I think it's because you have to watch from the beginning and get through quite a few seasons. Then, like you talked about before, them calling back to other older things, like it really builds it up more. But like one of the first episodes was they were at like an abortion clinic. Or like a rally.
Oh yeah, and the one guy's like trying to hit on girls, isn't he?
Yeah, he's trying to hit on girls, and he strikes out. So he like climbs over the fence to go to the other side to the girls who were like against it or full. Like there was like people who were for it and against it. He strikes out on one side, so he goes over the other side and tries to hit on girls over there. And it's like, what is this show?
I do recall.
So good.
I think is that not the first episode? Because I do recall. I think
it's in like the first like 2.
Okay,
but that show is just so amazing. Like the way that they write to bring out like current day issues, but they're not picking a side.
Right. They just make fun, like South Park does, where they just make fun of it.
Yeah, but like they bring out like the things for it, the things against it, and then they make fun of everybody. They just
toe the line.
Yeah, they make fun of everybody. They never say that they're for or against something. They're just right in the middle, making fun of both of them.
I'm here for that.
And the writing is just so, especially in like the later seasons of Always Sunny. There's some ones, man. I'm just like, wait, how are they getting away with this? And like, I don't like. There's the one where they were talking about like men's and women's bathrooms.
Okay.
And they were talking about like they were bringing about like the trans rights in there. And then in the one part, Charlie goes into the women's bathroom. And if I'm remembering the episode correctly, he puts on like heels and like a dress. He identifies as a woman when he has to poop because it's a nicer bathroom.
Stop.
It's like
Reality would tell you that women's bathrooms are typically grosser than men's bathrooms.
Really?
Megan has said that, anytime she's gone into the women's room at a venue or, Target or whatever, she's like, they're fucking gross. Women are disgusting. I can't speak, but I've just been told by the main woman in my life that women's bathrooms are grosser than men's. Ladies, you'd have to DM me or DM Megan and confirm or deny what she's saying. But I don't know. That's hilarious, though. Puts on heels and a wig to go take a shit. That's
just a nicer bathroom. And they're like, no, you can't do that. Like it's just they oh God. I just love how they write to go about talking about social issues without like offending people and making it so it's like you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so one of the last topics that I had,
we got to run this out because I ain't got nothing today.
No, you're good. You're good.
You told me to talk about TV shows. I didn't bring a single thing to the table.
All right, so I got 3 more actually.
I'm here for it. Take it nice and slow, a little slow burn.
Yeah. So best opening theme song.
Ooh, it's going to be a tie between Big Bang Theory and True Blood. I just love the True Blood theme song.
Big Bang Theory is what I had.
Mm-hmm. And then also, we were talking about Ed, Edd and Eddy last week, and then all week I've just been.
Yeah,
all week I've been whistling the Ed, Edd and Eddy theme song. I mean, you can't go wrong with the OG Pokemon theme song. I wanna be the very best.
Yeah, that's such a good one. I think Big Bang though. That's How I Met Your Mother at that time was a really good one too. I don't remember it for the life of me right now, but I remember when it was on. You never skipped it, and you always sang it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I can't remember it to save my life. I believe you. I guess if we're gonna go solely based off which ones we can remember, Pokemon, Big Bang Theory, in no particular order, but those two, I could rattle off the lyrics to the Big Bang Theory, and we can sing the Pokemon one. So I don't really know if I would label any of them as the worst. But I do skip a lot of them. Mm-hmm. Breaking Bad really didn't have like an intro song.
No, just like the little theme.
It was like that weird, that weird violin. The Game of Thrones one is good. Only if you sing made up lyrics to it.
Yeah, I love that one.
Thrones, yeah. Game of Thrones, yeah. Game of Thrones, fucking Game of Thrones, fucking Game of Thrones. That was my favorite part.
That's a good one.
Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage.
God, there's a video on YouTube of somebody just doing that for like 10 hours. It's so good. Okay, and I know one of the next ones I know we touched on it.
Hold on, real quick. Megan and I are watching Outlander, and we are, I don't know, we're like mid-season 3 of 7, and I think 8's coming out soon. See, Outlander's got a really cool, it's a good song. It's got bagpipes. You can't really go wrong with bagpipes. Although in season 1, they had the levels turned up really high in the intro.
Oh.
So like the girl sings, she's like, sing me a song of a lass that is gone. Say for that lass be I. And then like the bagpipes come in. And in season 1, it's like fucking cranked up to 100. And you're like, damn, this is annoying. Like you got to listen to at least the first episode or see the first episode, because they change them.
Yeah.
And then season 2, they were like, oh, we really need to dial those bagpipes back down.
Plus 7 dB in the mix was a bad call. All right.
Yeah, it was bad. Outlander, honestly, dude, I know I kind of ragged on it when Taylor and Megan were watching it. I'm giving it a fair shot. It's actually kind of good.
I don't doubt it.
You and Taylor should watch it for Taylor.
You know what show was recommended to me? It might have been by you that I really liked.
Blue Mountain State. Yes, it was recommended to me.
Oh,
I can't believe we forgot about Blue Mountain State.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, best intro song. Give me a hell. Give me a yeah. Dude.
That was such a
I
good
can't believe we forgot about Blue Mountain State.
Well, we did because we talked about it.
Fair point.
Top 6. There we go. Blue Mountain State. Was Euphoria.
Oh, yeah. Euphoria season. Yeah, that show was good.
The play in season 2.
Oh my God.
Dude.
So good.
The writing is just top tier.
Yeah. Yeah. That's another HBO sitcom, but it is so, yeah. Euphoria, great show.
Oh,
shout out. You know what was really sad? When Fez.
I don't want to spoil anything for anybody,
IRL.
but like, yeah.
And in the show. Ugh. Yep. No spoilers. Shout out to Ashtray.
Dang.
And that sucks because one of them lives and the other one does not.
Yeah, he was the one that
Lives. And then
we think.
Oh yeah. We actually don't get a resolution at the end of season 2. And
you will now.
Will we? Will we? Because the whole I think they just started filming. Or no, I think they finished filming season 3 and then the strike happened. So there hasn't hasn't been edited and like put together timeline. As long as it's coming out,
that's. I
think. Don't quote me. I want to say I heard it was like early 25. I very well could be wrong. Very well could be wrong. I'm sure as soon as we end this and I look it up.
I'm checking now.
Yeah, do it right now while we're live. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Euphoria season 3
release date. Last I heard it was early 25, but I very well could be wrong.
2 days ago. Slated for release in 2025.
See?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay, so what was your next point?
Oh, Jesus. Now I'm just sad.
Yep. Sorry.
So we briefly talked about a few things that didn't age well, but what's one show that just really didn't age well? Besides How I Met Your Mother, because that one.
So here's the thing: is I haven't watched How I Met Your Mother in a really long time because when I finished it, this is way back when Meg and I lived in Ohio, so that tells you how long it's been.
2013, I think, is when it ended.
Yeah, but like we watched it.
Yeah,
we got together in 2015 and we watched it, so it's been at least since. And like I said, it was before we moved to North Carolina. So between 2015 and 2017 is the last time I watched it. So I really don't know how bad it doesn't hold up. I'm trying to think what. Is that your entry into the?
No, I have another one.
Okay, go ahead while I still think. I think some more.
So I recently rewatched a few seasons of 30 Rock.
Never seen it.
It's with Tina Fey and Alec Baldwin and Tracy Morgan.
Wait, I'm getting that confused with Third Rock from the Sun. I haven't seen either of those shows, so I don't know.
Oh, Third Rock from the Sun was really good too. That was an older.
That was another show that was on when we were younger.
Younger.
Like way
younger.
That
was a good one though. But yeah,
I like the title. Never seen it.
Yeah, 30 Rock was a great show when I watched it originally back in like 2000. I want to say it was 2011, 2012.
Mm-hmm.
I started rewatching it and I'm like, oh, some of the jokes that they made, they would be absolutely canceled immediately in 2023.
I'm trying to think.
I heard The Office was that way too. We
can't confirm.
We wouldn't know, but
and
like I guess even Steve Carell was like, yeah, they wouldn't make The Office in 2023.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't watch a lot of shows or didn't watch a lot of shows, so I don't have an opinion on this one. I'll take your word on it. I know that when Megan and I watch our, nostalgia commercials on YouTube, some of those commercials come up and you're like, dog, you can't say that no more. And then also, this is unrelated, but it's while I'm on the topic, there was a lot of commercials with like Bill Cosby in them from like a long time ago. And, knowing what happens and you see the commercial, you're like, oh, that's kind of scummy. Like he's like hanging out with kids. And you're like, oh.
Because you think it's because he's a TV dad, right?
Yeah,
like,
right.
No, it's because he's a pedophile.
Yeah. Well, was it? I don't think that's why he went to jail.
Wasn't it?
No, I think it was a bunch of like sexual assault stuff. Like he like drugged. Okay, underage girls. Yeah, probably. I guess technically that does fall under the pedophile, umbrella. But I thought it was more
aggravated, indecent assault.
Okay, yeah. He like drugged some girls and then like did some unquestionable things to them, but I didn't think it was with children. But still, looking back to him hanging out with kids and like you're just like, this just isn't a good look for Coca-Cola or McDonald's or whatever brands he was endorsing at the time, or they were endorsing using Bill Cosby at the time. I'm trying to think. I just remember like just anytime you hear a show or anything, or they just use language that you can't use anymore. And you're like, oh, we used to just allow this on TV. Ugh,
until people either found like, oh, this is kind of offensive, or the stigma's changed, and we're like, we gotta stop saying that.
You just can't say those things no more.
Yeah.
And so it might come up in like an episode of South Park, it's
definitely that show.
Yeah, but it comes up and you're like, it's kind of abrasive, right? Like you don't hear it anymore, and then when you do hear it, you're like, oh shit, like, oh yeah, I'm glad we don't say that on TV no more.
This word feels uncomfortable now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the last one on your list?
Last one I got.
I'm here for it.
What show, in your opinion, start to finish, was perfect?
None of them. Nothing's perfect. It either, it starts bad, right? Like Breaking Bad, everyone's like, oh, you got to get through the first season. The Office, you got to get through the first season. Parks and Rec, you got to get through the first season. I'm not getting through something like that. I shouldn't have to get through.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to force myself to get through something to get to the good part. That's not fun, right? Like, and then, or on the retrospect, right? We talked about this whole episode. Basically, some of the endings are ass. I mean, Brooklyn Nine-Nine's great. Superstore, great. I guess I really don't have anything bad to say about those. I wouldn't say that they're perfect, but they're great. I would, if there's any that I'm gonna, willingly sign up to rewatch, it would probably be those two. Yeah, that's probably all I've got on that one.
I've got one, and I'm guessing you haven't watched this one yet. The Good Place.
I've seen the first 4 episodes of it.
That show, from start to finish, absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Doesn't start slow.
It does have a good intro into its premise.
End of the first episode, you're like, what?
Yeah.
Like, they got you drawn in, and then, like, it ends perfectly. Like, there's a very good ending. It ends at the right time. They didn't drag it on. They didn't rush anything. I think if I had to pick one show that I would say is perfect from start to finish,
fair,
definitely The Good Place.
Fair point. Yeah,
plus Kristen Bell,
she is pretty cute. Yeah, I watched the first 4 or 5-ish episodes, and it was good. I just never really. It was like, hey, what do you want to watch while we eat dinner tonight? It was never, The Good Place. Yeah, it was like, let's watch, I don't know, something else. I couldn't even tell you, but like that's just not something that comes.
We're just gonna watch Beat Bobby Flay for 4 hours tonight.
Don't play with my heartstrings like that. I love the shit out of some cooking shows.
When I worked at AT&T
when we worked at Best Buy during the quarantine, and it was you, me, and Trey, and all we did was watch Good Eats or Carnival Eats in the break room during quarantine.
Oh yeah,
we would all take lunch at the same time, right? Because it would be you, me, and Trey, or you, me, and Gally, or me, Trey, Gally. We would go in the back and we'd watch Carnival Eats or Good Eats or Beat Bobby Flay or Guys Grocery Games.
Oh, guys,
man.
grocery games.
Some Triple G or some Triple D, some Diners, Dives, and Drives, or whatever the show's called. Dude, we put a lot of time in the Food Network.
Like when I worked at AT&T in 2017, all we did was watch Beat Bobby Flay and Family Feud. And,
Good choice.
Yeah, and like Bobby Flay like just doesn't lose. Like it's very rare. He does.
Man don't miss.
But it's very rare
that
he loses. And that's ridiculous.
It's not really a sitcom, but it's an episodic show. Megan and I watch a lot of Jeopardy. And I know that sounds so lame. We love the shit out of some Jeopardy, man.
I mean, you might as well learn something while you're watching.
Yeah, right. While you're brain rotting. We watched the Tournament of Champions a bunch. We watched the college episodes are actually kind of good because they gear the questions more towards people our age versus just like overall general knowledge of like the super smart people will know. Like the college episodes are like, what does this text anagram mean? Right? Like BRB. And it's like, what is be right back? So they really tone the questions down, or not really tone them down because they're still very difficult questions. But they make them more pop culture reference, and it was way more fun.
You got that instead of like, what were the seat backings on the 1912 Titanic made out of?
Yeah, right. What is sheepskin? I don't know. Yeah, or they're like in 1772, General Custer led the victory of what battle in, old Mesopotamia? And you're like, I don't fucking know any of those words. What did you just say? I know that nothing that I just said even remotely existed at the same time in history, but you get my point. 1872, General Custer, Mesopotamia. I don't think any of those are even remotely close to each other in history.
Dude, we're going to Google that at some point and we're going to see what happens.
We watch a lot of Jeopardy. Yeah, I know that's like, it's such like a lame ass dorky answer, but I do like me some Jeopardy, man. And Wheel of Fortune, that's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I watch the shit out of The Price is Right.
Yeah, every day you're 6, you're staying home from school when you're growing up. Bob Barker, then Drew Carey. The Drew Carey Show was a good sitcom.
That's a good intro song. The Cleveland Rock song.
Cleveland Rock.
Ohio. Shout out to Ohio for passing, what is it? Register 1 and Register 2 today. Way to go. Or last week. Way to go, everybody.
Yeah. You did it. You did it.
Yeah, you guys voted good. Way to go. Let's see. I made this joke on Facebook, but I'm going to make it here. Shout out to Bob Barker in helping me become a child-free person, always reminding me to get neutered. That dude, there's no way that doesn't play a role in my life. I mean, seriously.
I mean, the man told it to you enough. You're just like, I feel like
every day, don't forget to spay and neuter your pets. And you're like, I don't know what that means, but I should get neutered. I should get neutered. Well, look at me. Look at us now.
Look at us now.
Who'd have guessed? Look at us.
Thanks, Bob.
R.I.P. Bob. What a legend.
Should we give a round of applause for Bob?
Moment of silence for Bob. And then a round of applause.
Oh, wow, they're still going. How long are they clapping for?
I got the clap and I'm giving.
I got the clap and I'm giving.
Hopefully that wasn't like obnoxious and it wasn't like someone like shouting in the background.
I mean,
like,
it did. Like a really bad applause.
Yeah, like
yeah.
We're over here like give one up for Bob, and it's like
at Sweetwater we had the Sweetwater 1 clap. So when you have a whole lot of things to go through, you don't want everyone clapping for everything. 1 clap.
Yeah, right. Hey, shout out to Mike, shout out to Jason, shout out to Cody. All right, everybody, and
done.
Way to go.
Yeah. Yeah, the good old 1 clap.
Hold your applause to the end, please.
Yeah. But on that note, I want to take the end of the podcast for 500, please.
I'm trying to think of I was trying to think of a question. In 1782, General Custer led this army. I don't really have a Jeopardy question off the top of my head for you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in 1772, General Custard streamed episode 26 of the Midwest Sad Boys podcast and loved it, and liked, subscribed, followed, shared it with their friends, their family, and their mortal enemies. So if you could do us one big favor and send this to your mortal enemy, tag them down below.
Dude, yeah,
with,
you know what?
2 fist emojis.
That is a great way to just let them know that they're your mortal enemy, because they're gonna be like, oh, why did so and so share this with me? And then at the very end, they're gonna be like, son of
59 minutes
bitch.
through, they're like, oh wait, did they want me to watch this because it's kind of funny, or is it, and the bald guy is really attractive, or is it because I'm a mortal enemy? It's got to be that one.
Sir, I'm turning red because of that. That was just uncalled for.
I'm just trying to build you up, man. That's what I do.
Hey, where'd we go the other day? That's
We
pretty
went to
cool.
a concert.
It's a pretty cool shirt you got
To go
there.
see Delta Sleep. What was it? All Get Out,
All Get Out,
Delta Sleep, and the Deer Hunter.
Deer Hunter.
Yeah, it was a good show. It's a good show.
2 bands I've never heard of, and I've heard of Delta Sleep because we have seen them before. Good bands. You should check them out.
Yeah, definitely. Good time. Definitely good time.
Let's see. What is this? This is what, 15? So we don't. It's not, next week is not Thanksgiving.
No.
The following week is Thanksgiving.
week.
Okay. So
This is what happens when you do content ahead of time.
yeah, when you pre-record your shit, you got to start planning out things weeks in advance.
You're like, Merry Christmas. It gets the 17th.
When we recorded the Halloween episode a week before Halloween, and then Halloween showed up, and I was like, it feels weird. Like I've been here before.
Like this is Halloween? Okay.
Do I do another seance? It is actually
I should
Halloween.
seance again, right?
That's why it didn't work, is we didn't do it on Halloween.
We didn't do another seance.
Yeah, on Halloween. Right.
Yeah. The ghosts were like, dog, it's not even time.
Yeah, it's like standing outside Best Buy 5 minutes before the doors unlock, and you're like, "Hey, I have an appointment." No, motherfucker, we don't open for 10. We don't open for one more week. The portal from the spirit world to the real world is not open for one more week. Sit your ass down. I'll come haunt you in a week.
The Rukus will still be here whenever we open in 5 minutes. Okay.
Not the Rukus. Y'all have them Rukus. Well, I need to get rid of my cable. Y'all got them Rukus for free TV.
Where the Rukus at?
Man,
sir, they're in the go-to-home theater.
It is not free TV. Well, they said if you buy a Roku, you get free TV. Do you have a cable subscription? I'm canceling cable. You're not going to get cable on your Roku. I want the Roku with the free TV.
It's in the back, man. Check out up front.
You know what? Just go to
Have
home
a good
theater.
day.
Let them deal with you.
Yeah, have a good
I'm not
day.
going to fucking argue with you. Have the day you deserve.
Half the day. Call back.
Yes. This week's episode of How Not to Be a Dick. Sorry. When you are driving in a school zone, obey the speed limit. It's just that simple.
Oh, please.
Dude, like, I dislike children as much as the next child-free dude, right? I would never actually strike a child with a vehicle. But, like, dude, if I'm driving 35 in the school zone and you are on my ass, why are you getting over, like, trying to, like, pressure me to go faster? Dog, we are literally passing children on the side of the road and a school bus in the other lane. Get the fuck back, slow the fuck down, and just let these kids go to school. Oh my God. Not that the schools are actually a place where they should be going, because God knows the education system is just ass. But nonetheless, they should at least go to school. Like,
I can't tell you how many times that Reed is going to get on the bus, and then
you were telling me
cars,
about this the other
cars
day.
like just go flying by it, and the bus driver's just slamming on his horn. Like, come on! Like, I swear to God, if somebody were driving and they hit my kid, I will end you unbelievably fast.
oh, absolutely justified.
So, please just slow down in school zones.
Yeah, it's really not hard to ask.
Live a long life without me hunting you.
Like, wherever you have to be, it can wait 30 seconds to slow down.
Yeah,
you
just let the bus go.
Oh my goodness.
The bus go. That's it.
And even as a non-parent, that shit pisses me off. Like,
Oh, yeah.
dog, come
Oh, yeah.
on.
Kids are literally just like spazzes, right? They'll just kind of run off to the side into the road to grab a penny or a rock.
Squirrel.
They're like, yeah, that's so like you just gotta not do that.
Yeah.
So
that's
Thank you.
that's how not to be a dick this week.
Yeah.
So
and how else to not be a dick? not sharing, not liking, not following, not subscribing, doing all those things. Please do those things because we love that. It makes us happy, gives us a little bit of serotonin,
A little bit of dopamine. Just right here. Keeps us from unaliving ourselves every now and then,
Serotonin. What's that one? I said the wrong thing.
They're both.
Oh, are they both right?
They're both, yeah.
My degree's in music. I think
serotonin is the love chemical. So like when you and Taylor get a little snuggly, that's a serotonin boost. And then dopamine is like happy.
I see the love react or a care react on one of our videos, and that's my serotonin.
That's your dopamine.
Yeah, I get both of them.
No, it's your dopamine. Serotonin is like your physical.
Don't tell me how I feel.
You know what? You're right. I apologize. I overstepped my boundary. I'm not going to tell you how you feel.
Did you just assume my feelings?
Did you just assume my chemical imbalances?
Anyway, we got to end this podcast. We love you. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, following. I am Jason.
Like, comment, subscribe, share.
We'll do all those things, and we'll see you in the next one.
For your midweek Sad Boy update, episode 27 coming at you soon. Stay sad, y'all. Bye.
Bye.